Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to the video. Flying Empanada, doing my condensed film summary prediction and film study summary prediction and analysis for the Fury Usyk rematch coming up. I'm going to be going through a couple clips. Bottom line up front, I think Usyk is going to beat Fury. I don't think it's going to be close. Or I don't think it's going to be nearly as close, at least as last time. I'm thinking something closer to like 8 rounds to 4, like a 4 point spread, 3 or 4 point spread. As far as that goes, though, I mean, it's going to be close, or not like close, but it's going to be competitive. I think, even if it's not necessarily close on the cards. I don't think either guy's going to get knocked out, so I'm thinking Usyk by decision. This analysis is going to be a little bit more one-sided because I think the point of predictions is to be definitive. But all that to say, it might actually be a little bit closer than I let on in this. So we're going to go through a couple clips. I'm mostly going to just let the clips and the text here speak for itself. Mostly just the red text is the relevant stuff, the red and the green. And I'm working on the travel mic this time just because I was having some problems with my regular mic. But without further ado, we'll hop over to the clips and start getting started. Right, and you see this little circle come over from Usyk, but you can tell he's not ready for it based on how he backs off. Right, so Usyk realizing quite a couple times now, I've gone under you, has the perfect position he wants. This is actually interesting. This is a little bit of like a fucking double mind game from Usyk. This is actually almost perfectly positioned to throw like a left-handed body. But you can tell, right, Usyk's kind of ready for it or expecting it based on, or sorry, you can tell Fury's kind of ready for it or expecting it based on how he's kind of pushing on him and timing him. That if he moves in here, Tyson's going to probably just stiff arm him and then punch him with a right hand, like he's been doing already this round. Which is why I think he doesn't really go forward. It's why he kind of just feints and then stops and reminds Tyson, hey, I can go over your jab too. But also, right, testing to see because Usyk has done this before, right? Slapped that lead hand down and then come over the top with something or come up with an up jab. Testing that out to see, okay, Tyson, what's your answer going to be if I do that?
do, do. And now again, right? Oh my god, it's funny too because I was gonna say, man, Usyk seems a bit tired, like physically and mentally, and now we see him just like fucking kick this shit into high gear, man. This is crazy. Kind of like I talked about in the Loma Haney fight, how both guys were making like truly high speed chess of a level you've never seen before, where both guys are making like second to second adjustments, like it's crazy. Now you see Usyk just making adjustments so fast, right? Does this once, does this like triple movement, gets Fury to bite. Does this triple movement, 1-2, stops, has taken the counter away. Next engage, starts to attack. Next engagement, does this triple movement, nothing comes, immediately goes after Fury, right? That's the kind of adjustment and the IQ speed that makes Usyk like fucking world class.
Just wanted to show that first triple movement in that other clip there, just so you could see it, because it's not really the first one with my commentary over it. All right, so now that we're done with the clips, just some final thoughts and relevant that are somewhat relevant for the prediction. one of the things that really struck me in the press conferences at first that Tyson said was one of his flaws was his complacency, which to me was like, okay, yeah, that's definitely one of the problems. Like, that's definitely part of why he lost. But even if I think he addresses that, even if he fixes his conditioning, which, like I said, there were some reasons earlier why Usyk actually caused him to get more tired, not just him being a little bit less in shape. Even if he ups his physical conditioning, which it looks like he has, I don't think he's going to be mentally conditioned. He's not going to have the mental endurance to keep up with Usyk's game. And I think that's really apparent if you go back and look at the fight, that there's just so many examples. I don't put a lot of them in here because it would just blow this, but there's a lot of examples where Usyk just continually pressuring Fury eventually wears him down. And you can see Fury is like constantly looking for mental breaks. And I don't think that he's trained for that. And I don't think that he's suddenly going to be able to get astronomically better at it. But even without all that, like I said, he just doesn't recognize when he's not in position, or when Usyk's out of position, or when Usyk is in position. And he's just, even when he's switched on, even when his feint game's going, even when he's fresh and he's not tired, Usyk is still beating him, right? Is still knowing more than he is still out adapting him. One of the other last sort of bits, I watched Fury come into Saudi Arabia, and I was actually looking at something that sounds kind of silly, but I'll explain why, which is his calves. If you ever look at Usyk's calves in the first fight, and really probably just ever, you can see he has like massive calves, like a soccer player. And the reason why that's important is because when you train your legs, when your legs look like that, it's generally because you're training for lots of quick footwork movements and changes in direction. And Tyson can move his feet like quickly and well, but even if his cardio is better, if his leg muscles aren't conditioned to keep up with Usyk over 12 rounds, like I said, his whole offense and defense is predicated on his footwork. And you can really see in like the 8th and the 9th round that when his footwork falls apart, his entire offense and his defense just like crashes and burns, and really burns. And so if his leg muscles aren't conditioned, it doesn't matter what his cardio is. He's not going to be able to keep up with Usyk. So for all those reasons, for Usyk's IQ, his speed, his footwork, and just his awareness, I don't think that that Tyson's going to be able to beat him in the rematch. If you want more stuff like this, be sure to let me know in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know who you have. Like I said, this is a bit one-sided, but definitely if there's stuff you feel like I missed, or whether you want to add to the film study analysis, feel free. I'm going to put a link for my Patreon down below. I'm going to have free content on there too. It's not just paid stuff, but I'm going to put the full like moment-to-moment film study, because I did film studies for all 12 rounds of this fight. It's like dozens and dozens of hours of stuff that you can go see. Some of them are on YouTube, the first 3 rounds, I think, and then the rest of them are probably going to go on Patreon, just because they were a little too spicy. Not really, a little too much for the YouTube copyright bots. But even though the ones after the 3rd round were, but the first 3 weren't for some weird reason. But yeah, that's that. So hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you got. Let me know who you got for the rematch, and let me know what you think in the comments below. And hope you guys enjoyed.